When times are trying, you might feel stuck inside. The mind is good at lying. It makes you feel you want to cry. But better days are coming, they're just around the way. Whenever you feel lonely, oh, remember you are here today. Just don't stop. Don't stop, keep dancing. Oh, baby, I am where you are. Don't stop, keep dancing. 'Cause right here, right now, is all that we've got. It's all that we've got. Yeah. Tomorrow's always, always greener in our eyes. The only thing that's certain is the sun when it arrives. 'Cause better days are coming, they're just around the way. Whenever you feel lonely, oh, remember you are here today.
Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and other electronic devices, and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
For 155 years, West Virginia University has been graduating talented leaders who make our world a better place. Today, we celebrate the May 2025 graduates who continue that legacy. Marching behind a dark blue banner are the degree candidates for Doctors of Philosophy and Biomedical Sciences. Please welcome the candidates for graduation from Health Professions programs in the School of Medicine. Marching behind a silver banner are the various degree candidates in Communication Sciences and Disorders. Graduates in Communication Sciences and Disorders combine the behavioral and applied sciences to the communication process. The Bachelor of Science in Communication Sciences and Disorders prepares individuals to pursue professional degrees that help to improve the lives and access to services for those with communication disorders. Speech-language pathologists assess and treat individuals with speech, language, cognitive, feeding, and swallowing disorders across the lifespan in educational or healthcare settings. Audiologists evaluate and treat the effects of hearing loss to improve the ability of those with hearing disorders to actively participate in their daily activities. Marching behind a mint green banner are the Master of Science degree candidates in athletic training. Athletic trainers are an integral part of the sports medicine team. Athletic trainers are sports medicine professionals who prevent, evaluate, and diagnose, treat, and rehabilitate sports-related injuries and conditions. Athletic trainers are highly skilled in responding to medical trauma that occurs during sport-related activities. Marching behind the School of Medicine banner are the Doctor of Medicine candidates, Masters in Clinical and Translational Sciences, and Masters in Health Sciences candidates. Spanning all aspects of human health care, these doctoral and master's students will pursue careers that improve quality of life through the practice of clinical medicine or research. Marching behind a green banner are the Bachelor of Science and Masters of Science degree candidates from the Division of Biomedical Laboratory Diagnostics, from the Department of Pathology, Anatomy, and Laboratory Medicine. Biomedical laboratory scientists function at the center of today's hospitals and research facilities. The two tracks are histotechnology and medical laboratory science. Biomedical laboratory scientists are part of a dynamic, continually changing profession and are essential in the diagnosis of disease and monitoring of treatments. Marching behind a Kelly Green banner are the master's degree candidates in health sciences in physician assistant studies. Physician assistants are licensed medical professionals dedicated to improving their patients' health and quality of life through a focus on prevention, patient education, and evidence-based treatment of medical and surgical conditions. Physician assistants play a vital role in the patient-centered healthcare team and expand access to care for patients in rural and underserved areas. Physician assistants strive to improve the healthcare experience by demonstrating compassion and respect for all in their care. Marching behind a green banner are the various degree candidates in exercise physiology. Exercise physiologists merge the science of human body function and structure with the science of exercise to help prevent and combat disease and encourage individuals to stay active throughout their lives. An exercise physiologist may be engaged in a new research discovery or applying research findings in ways that help someone train for the Olympics, rise above stroke complications, recover from a heart attack, or conquer the restrictions of diabetes, cancer, and aging. For exercise physiologists, it's all about preventing disease, overcoming disease limitations, and helping individuals achieve a healthier, longer, and more active life. Marching behind a slate blue banner are the doctoral degree candidates in occupational therapy. Occupational therapists help people participate in the occupations or activities which individuals equate with health, well-being, security, and happiness. Occupational therapists work with people of all ages to restore their ability to do all those little things that matter most: jobs, self-care, or just having fun. Marching behind a teal-blue banner are the doctoral degree candidates in physical therapy. Physical therapists are movement specialists who use a hands-on approach to help individuals conquer pain, disease, or disability through the analysis and treatment of movement-related problems. Physical therapists apply scientific principles of human movement and healing to help people of all ages and levels of fitness maintain, improve, and restore mobility and function. Physical therapists work with people to empower them to obtain or rediscover moments they dream of achieving. Marching behind a copper banner are the Bachelor of Science degree candidates in Health Informatics and Information Management. Health informatics and information management professionals live at the intersection of healthcare, technology, and business. Pathways include compliance, privacy and security, data analytics, information governance, operations, and revenue cycle management. HIM professionals are often invisible to patients, but they have a direct and valuable impact on every patient encounter by ensuring data is accurate, available, protected, and complete. HIM professionals lead the way with trusted data, understanding that health information is human information. Marching behind a gold banner are the Bachelor of Science degree candidates in Immunology and Medical Microbiology from the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Cell Biology. Immunologists and medical microbiologists work to improve our understanding of how our bodies protect us against infections and how bacteria and viruses cause disease. Upon graduation, they can pursue careers in medicine, dentistry, or industry. Others contribute to cutting-edge research that develops innovative vaccines and therapies to improve health. And now, please welcome members of the Platform Party. Dr. Mariette Barbier, Chairperson from the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Cell Biology. Dr. Ivan Mulligan, Chairperson, Division of Physical Therapy. Forrest Olgers, Director of Clinical Education Program in Physician Assistant Studies. Sally Lucci, Program Director in Health Informatics and Information Management. Dr. Alma Maddox, Chairperson of the Division of Athletic Training. Dr. Nancy Arts, Vice Chairperson of Audiology. Dr. Jane Brandel, Chairperson of the Division of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Kimberly Feaster, Program Director, Department of Histotechnology. Dr. Jason Evans, Director of the Program in Biomedical Laboratory Science. Dr. Scott Cottrell, Associate Dean for Student Services and Curriculum. Dr. Randy Briner, Chairperson of the Division of Exercise Physiology. Dr. James Griffith, Associate Dean for Student Services, Charleston Campus. Dr. Rosemarie Canarella Lorenzetti, Associate Dean for Student Services, Eastern Campus. Dr. Norman Ferrari, Chief Academic Officer Vice Dean for Medical Education and Chair, Department of Medical Education. Dr. Mary Beth Mandich, Vice Dean, Health Professions, School of Medicine. Dr. Richard Thomas, Dean, School of Medicine, Eastern Campus. Dr. James Campbell, Dean, School of Medicine, Charleston Campus. We'd like to acknowledge our School of Medicine faculty who have joined the procession and are seated with their program's graduates. Members of the West Virginia University Board of Governors and Senior University Administration. Dr. Diana Davis, Faculty Senate Chair. Dr. Louise Vasiliki, Associate Vice President of Health Sciences, Academic Affairs. Dr. Ming Lei, Senior Associate Vice President, Office of Research and Graduate Education, and Vice Dean of Research, School of Medicine. Chancellor and Executive Dean for Health Sciences, Dr. Clay Marsh. Carrying the University Mace, Grand Marshal Robert Gerbo. And President of West Virginia University, Dr. Gordon Gee. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Our alma mater, the home of mountain East, sing we of thy honor, everlasting through the years. Alma, our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, all hail our alma mater, West Virginia U.
You may be seated. Please welcome to the podium Chancellor and Executive Dean for Health Sciences, Dr. Clay Marsh.
Well, good afternoon. Oh, come on, good afternoon. What an amazing event that we have, and we are so proud of our incredibly talented students who will graduate today, and we thank the students, the parents, friends, family. We thank our faculty and mentors to our students for all being here today. So as we start to think about being healthcare professionals, one of the questions that is going to affect all people around this country and beyond is the increasing cost of healthcare. And we know that this last year in the United States, we spent $4.9 trillion on healthcare, and that equates to about $14,000 per person. And when we look at the durable outcomes that we get in our country versus the rest of the world, we are last of all westernized countries. When we look at the lifespan difference in West Virginia between our most long-lived county, which is Mon County, and our least long-lived county, which is McDowell County, we find in our own state, we have a 12-year difference in lifespan. So as we start to look at the answer to create a healthcare system that spends less and gives us back more health, I think it's going to be important for us to focus on those elements that drive health. And I would say for me, and I see everybody fanning themselves, so I only have about 45 minutes of comments. Not even close. But as we look at the part of our population that gets older and is healthier, the long-lived people, we also recognize that there are a group of habits that they do that has enabled them to live long and well. I'd like to share those with you here briefly as my both comments, but also as my call to action for all of our healthcare students and faculty that are here today. So as we look at the longest lived populations, there's one thing that really stands out in every study, and that is maintaining very strong connections and relationships through your whole life. And when we look at what Vivek Murthy, our former Surgeon General, said, was that loneliness and social isolation, he believes, is the biggest problem that is affecting America. And when you look at the impact of social isolation and loneliness for a long period of time, that can reduce lifespan by as much as 15 years, 1-5, like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 15 years. So we all want to belong, and that's how we evolve as part of groups. The second thing that is found in longevity studies is that the people that live long and well maintain a sense of purpose through their whole life. And in Okinawa, Japan, which is one of the blue zone areas in the world, 5 areas, they have a philosophy called Ikigai. And Ikigai is not spelled I-C-K-E-Y, one word, G-U-I, the second word. It's spelled I-K-I-G-A-I. And it means the reason for being. And in fact, Simon Sinek, who is a leadership guru, wrote a book called Start With Why. And he argued that the best people, the best companies maintain their sense of purpose at the center of everything they do. The third thing is mindset. And when you look at mindset, this is what Henry Ford said: if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. And so the ability to see things through a positive lens versus a negative lens is really part of almost every successful person or every successful company. And as we look at the real expression of abundance, the real expression of abundance to me is the ability to selflessly serve others. And so the Dalai Lama said the only 2 ways he believes to joy and fulfillment are the recognition of the deep interconnection between all people and all things and service to others. And the Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore said, I slept and dreamed that life is joy. I awakened and realized that life is service. I acted, and behold, service is joy. The next thing that people that live long and well is they help see the world as a safe place. There's a really important study done by a Nobel Prize winner in San Francisco that looked at a group of women who were average age 38 years old, all highly educated, all have good jobs, and they looked at women that saw the world as stressful and scary and fearful, or saw it as safe and abundant. And if you compared the groups that had the most fear and scarcity in the way that they saw it, and you compared them to the people that saw it the safest and the most abundant, and these women were average age 38 years old, these investigators found a 9 to 17 biological lifespan difference. So just seeing the world as dangerous and seeing yourself as vulnerable can accelerate your aging. The next area is smoking, and West Virginia leads the country in adults that smoke. And if you smoke for your whole life, you on average will lose about 10 years of lifespan related to smoking. The last area that is really important that I think is quite apropos for today is the power of education. And it turns out that if you have a college degree, and you guys, many of you will have much more than that today, versus a high school degree, there is an 8.5 year lifespan benefit for having the college degree versus a high school degree. If you look at people with college degrees versus compare it to people that have no degree from high school, there's an about 11-year lifespan difference. And for every year of training, you get about a 2% benefit in reducing the life mortality, early death rate that you might suffer otherwise. And so for me, looking at this list of things that can help people live longer and better or give people better health, it lastly brings me to the really powerful role of gratitude or thankfulness. And I see many of my physician colleagues in the audience, and I'm an ICU doctor. And I will tell you that the time that I've spent with people who are dying in the ICU, I didn't hear anything about how much money somebody made or how many papers people made or what important jobs people had. I saw people that wanted to spend one more night home with their family, to eat another dinner, to go out and feel the sun in their face, to be normal one more time. And I think it's really important that each of us here recognize that we have that opportunity every second of every minute of every day, and we should take advantage of it. Because most of the time, our eyes are open, but we don't see. We're too busy. We're too busy becoming to focus on being. And I would say that today, here with you and here with our leadership team, the thing that I am the most grateful for is that the president of this university today was the president of this university when I graduated from medical school, and I have his name on my diploma, and about 500,000 other people like me, and soon to be like you, will have his name on their diploma. And I feel so honored to be here during this final commencement conferral and oversight that Gordon Gee will be giving this university. So I'd like for everybody here, please, to stand and join me in thanking him for his incredible service to so many.
I am now pleased to present the West Virginia University School of Medicine graduating classes of 2025. President Gee, Dr. Marsh, deans, chairs, honored guests, faculty, and graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of students' accomplishments in academics and research. The word philosophy, in this context, refers to the original Greek, meaning a love of wisdom. This degree is awarded both for the mastery of a knowledge base and for the mastery of a new approach to thinking. These graduates have developed an ability to generate and test questions and hypotheses that extend the knowledge of others. We now recognize our PhD candidates and graduates in the School of Medicine by the investing of the hood, representing the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Presenting the MD, PhD candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Immunology and Microbial Pathogenesis. Megan Ashley DeJong, hooded by Dr. Anne Murray. Kayla Steinberger, hooded by Dr. Timothy Eubank. Presenting the MD, PhD candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Cancer Cell Biology. Abby Ivy, hooded by Dr. Brian Boone. Presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry and Molecular Medicine. Rachel King, hooded by Dr. Eric Kelly. Presenting the candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Cancer Cell Biology. Matthew Chapa, hooded by Dr. Eric Kelly. Ava Maskey, hooded by Dr. Michael Rupert and her brother, Dr. Anish Maskey. Emily Westemeyer Rice, hooded by Dr. Yvonne Martinez. Presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Cellular and Integrative Physiology. Max Griesgraber, hooded by Dr. Stanley Heilman. Presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Immunology and Microbial Pathogenesis. Ashley Marie Divins, hooded by Dr. Corey Robinson. Catherine Lee, hooded by Dr. Heath Damron. Rhiannon Macomb, hooded by Dr. Candace Brown. Shakofa Rahimpour, hooded by Dr. Candace Brown. Michael Thomas Winters, hooded by Dr. Yvonne Martinez. Presenting the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Pathophysiology, Rehabilitation, and Performance. Bobby Rawls, hooded by Dr. Victor Finnemore. Syra Rizwan, hooded by Dr. Jen Haidu. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Scott Cottrell.
We will now present the students who fulfill the requirements for the graduation from the School of Medicine of West Virginia University Doctor of Medicine degree. RMD candidates will receive their doctoral hood, which forever represents their place in the medical community. Campus deans Drs. Ferrari, Lorenzetti, and Griffith will hood many of our graduates. 50 of our graduates will also be hooded by physician family guests or faculty members, of whom 14 are graduates of the WVU School of Medicine. Megan Ashley DeJong, Neurology. Harvard, Beth Israel Medical Center, Boston, Massachusetts, hooded by Neurology faculty Dr. Ann Murray. Kayla Steinberger, Pediatrics, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by spouse and faculty member Thomas Steinberger. The following candidates will be hooded by Vice Dean and Faculty in Pediatrics, Dr. Norman Ferrari. Abby Ivy, Family Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Megan Boone, Internal Medicine, Pediatrics, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Bradford Davis, Emergency Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Nicole Marie Fama, Family Medicine, Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Joshua Hardum, Diagnostic Radiology, Corewell Health, Royal Oak, Michigan. Max Hurley, Diagnostic Radiology, University of South Florida, College of Medicine, Tampa, Florida. Thomas Laird, Diagnostic Radiology, Medical University of South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. Sean Liebrock, Internal Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Derek John Frederick Leonard, Family Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Blair Lewis, Anesthesiology, Mount Sinai, Morningside, New York, New York. Dominic Lombardo, orthopedic surgery, Allegheny General Hospital, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Grace Maley, emergency medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Nicholas Wyatt Miller, family medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Kylara Mitchell, emergency medicine, Indiana University School of Medicine, Indianapolis, Indiana. John Palmer Moes, internal medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Brandon Andrew Moore, obstetrics gynecology, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Molly Schott, ophthalmology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Michael Stevens, anesthesiology, Medical University of South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. Jack Victory, general surgery, Duke University Medical Center, Durham, North Carolina. The following students will be hooded by Student Dean and Faculty in Psychiatry on Charleston campus, Dr. James Griffith. Caleb Bailey, neurology, Marshall University School of Medicine, Huntington, West Virginia. Stephen Bloom, internal medicine, pediatrics, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Ashley E.B. Schmidlin, internal medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Leah Farrell, family medicine, UVM Health Network, Plattsburgh, New York. Connor Fields, pediatrics, University of Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia. Garrett Fink, internal medicine, Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Jana Garrow, general surgery, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Aaron Gates, anesthesiology, University of Vermont Medical Center, Burlington, Vermont. Michael Jarrett, Internal Medicine, University of Florida College of Medicine, Shands Hospital, Gainesville, Florida. Tori Katzmeyer, Ophthalmology, Texas Tech, Lubbock, Texas. Cody Lemley, Internal Medicine, Virginia Tech School of Medicine, Roanoke, Virginia. Jade Aaron McGrath, Family Medicine, Metro Health Case Western, Cleveland, Ohio. Jordan Odell, Vascular Surgery, Duke University Medical Center, Durham, North Carolina. Christian Jorge Perez Terezio, General Surgery, Lehigh Valley Hospital, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Madison Starcher, Neurology, University of Florida College of Medicine, Shands Hospital, Gainesville, Florida. Daniel Turan, Internal Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Geraldine Vilcu, Family Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Lakin Wellman, Pediatrics, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Hannah Lynn West, Pediatrics, Case Western University Hospital, Cleveland, Ohio. Alex Weiler, General Surgery, Charleston Area Medical Center, Charleston, West Virginia. The following students will be hooded by Student Dean and Faculty in Family Medicine on the Eastern Campus, Dr. Rosemary Canarella Lorenzetti. Alexis Fritz, Family Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Olivia Hill, Psychiatry, ECU Health Medical Center, Greenville, North Carolina. Ever Adoni Hernandez, Diagnostic Radiology, Virginia Commonwealth United Health System, Richmond, Virginia. Sarah Hughes, Psychiatry, Case Western University Hospitals, Cleveland, Ohio. Natalie Mastriani, Internal Medicine, Case Western University's Hospital, Cleveland, Ohio. Kaya Richmond, Emergency Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia. Michael Sutton, Family Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Emily Lopez, Anesthesiology, University of Florida College of Medicine, Shands Hospital, Gainesville, Florida, appointed by Dr. Rosemary Lorenzetti Canarella and Lillian Garcia, WVU alumni. Navina Marugan, Internal Medicine, Emory University School of Medicine, Atlanta, Georgia, appointed by Charleston Dean James Campbell. Janie Senna Choi, Internal Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, appointed by Charleston Campus Dean James Campbell. Michelle Marie Coleman, Neurology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, appointed by Faculty in Family Medicine, Occupational Medicine, Dr. Robert Gerba. Rachel Alderman, Obstetrics Gynecology, Stanford Hospital, Stanford, Connecticut, appointed by Family Medicine faculty, Dr. Kathleen Boers. Ibrahim Ahmed Al-Shadi, Internal Medicine, Mountain Area Health Education Center, Asheville, North Carolina, appointed by faculty Dr. Ashley Patrone. Brianna Kaysen, Pediatrics, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, appointed by faculty member Dr. Ashley Patrone. Katie Barnes, Physical Medicine Rehab, Northwestern University, Chicago, Illinois, appointed by faculty member Dr. Soji Ishigami. Carol Michelle Bochter, Physical Medicine Rehab, University of Texas Southwestern Medical School, Dallas, Texas, appointed by faculty member Dr. Soji Ishigami. Kyle Davis, General Surgery, Navy Medical Center, Portsmouth, Virginia, appointed by Internal Medicine faculty Dr. Joel Yednock. L. Didden, Internal Medicine, Pediatrics, Mount Sinai Hospital, New York, New York, appointed by adolescent faculty Dr. Casey Kidd. Sabrina Alexandra Duran, Dermatology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, appointed by dermatology faculty Dr. Zachary Zinn. Jenna Hurley, Obstetrics Gynecology, University of South Florida, Tampa, Florida, appointed by faculty in Obstetrics and Gynecology Dr. Maureen Hashmi. Francis Salisbury. Obstetrics Gynecology, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by faculty member Dr. Maureen Hashmi. Hunter Monroe, Pathology, Duke University Medical Center, Durham, North Carolina, hooded by Dr. H. Williams, Faculty in Pathology. Kara Nikolich, Internal Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by Family Medicine Faculty Dr. Treya Haggerty. Taylor Rice, Family Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by Family Medicine Faculty Dr. Treya Haggerty and Dr. Dorian Williams. Morgan Brooke Pendleton, General Surgery, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by Surgery Faculty Dr. Allison Wilson. Kristen Ruddle, Family Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by Pediatrics Faculty Dr. Linda Neild. Twisha Shaw, Family Medicine, University of Rochester, Rochester, New York, hooded by OBGYN faculty Dr. Omar Dunas Garcia. Elizabeth Steele, Emergency Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by Emergency Medicine faculty Dr. Anthony Sterator. Abigail Tisler, Anesthesiology, University of Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia, hooded by Anesthesiology faculty Dr. Julie Huffmeyer. Andrew Todd, Family Medicine, Health System, Methuen, Virginia, hooded by OBGYN faculty Dr. Lauren Custer. Zaid Al-Sadi, Anesthesiology, NYU Grossman School of Medicine, New York, New York, hooded by his father, Dr. Leah Al-Sadi. Nasser Samir Camille Arreyes, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Miami, Miami, Florida, hooded by his father, Dr. Samir Arreyes. Fatima Assad, Internal Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by her mother, Dr. Khan. Smita Bhatia, Radiation Oncology, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by her father, Dr. Sanjay Bhatia. Denise Dolly, General Surgery, Grand Rapids, Michigan, hooded by her mother, Dr. Brenda Mitchell, and sister, Dr. Diane Dolly. Caroline Dunderville, Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, hooded by Father Dr. Robert Dunderville. Lynette Fisher, Neurology, Duke University Medical Center, Durham, North Carolina, hooded by her father, Dr. Martin Fisher. Anthony Gabriel, Diagnostic Radiology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by his father, Dr. Frederick Gabriel. Araj Hassan, Internal Medicine, WVU School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by her father, Dr. Hassan, and her mother, Dr. Naveed Hassan. Riley Imlay, Psychiatry, Brown University, Providence, Rhode Island, hooded by his father, Dr. Glenn Imlay, and sister, Dr. Kaylee Yancey. Zakaful Jafari, Internal Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by his father, Dr. Hassan Jaffrey, and brother, Dr. Mohammed Jaffrey. Elizabeth Joseph, Anesthesiology, Barnes Jewish Hospital, St. Louis, Missouri, hooded by mother, Dr. Nambi Joseph, and father, Dr. George Joseph. Nathan Joseph, Diagnostic Radiology, University School of Medicine, Indianapolis, Indiana, hooded by mother, Dr. Nambi Joseph, and father, Dr. George Joseph. Zoya Asan Khan, Pediatrics, Case Western University Hospital, Cleveland, Ohio, hooded by her grandfather, Dr. Zafrul Khan. Bethany Dawn Kuntz, General Surgery, University of Louisville School of Medicine, Louisville, Kentucky, hooded by her sister, Dr. Jenna Dawson. Jeevan Joel Murthy, General Surgery, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan, hooded by father, Dr. Murthy. Sarah Novotny, Pediatrics, Wright State University School of Medicine, Dayton, Ohio, hooded by father, Dr. Stephen Novotny. Hey. Thomas Ogershock, Internal Medicine, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by father, Dr. Paul Ogershock. Ruhi Patel, Neurology, Carolinas Medical Center, Charlotte, North Carolina, hooded by aunt, Dr. Kanan Patel. Julia Sorelli, Family Medicine, UPMC St. Margaret, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, hooded by her father, Dr. Mark Sorelli. Sarah Shubi, Internal Medicine, Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, hooded by her father, Dr. Asif Shubi, and sister, Dr. Maureen Shubi. Mara Walters, Pediatrics, Duke University Medical Center, Durham, North Carolina, hooded by father Dr. Torrin Walters and sister Dr. Kayla Walters. Fedi Wasif, Psychiatry, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by brother Dr. Kareem Wasif. William Wyrick, Psychiatry, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by sister Dr. Emily Huang. Logan William Welch, Diagnostic Radiology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by uncle, Dr. David Carlisle. Ashley Hancock-Uscanich, Ophthalmology, WV School of Medicine, Morgantown, West Virginia, hooded by father, Dr. John Hancocks.
I now invite to the podium Dr. Norman Ferrari to administer the oath of Hippocrates.
It's a long-standing tradition for several millennia that physicians take a public oath regarding their profession. I would invite the candidates for the MD degree to please rise. And I would invite any of the physicians in the audience that would like to reaffirm their oath with these candidates to do likewise. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear, by whatever I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever home I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well, to the utmost of my power, and that I will hold myself aloof from wrong and corruption, and from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and the prevention of disease, and will give no drug and perform no operation for a criminal purpose, and far less suggest such a thing.
that whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of men, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things do I promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine. The opposite if I shall be forsworn. Congratulations. You may be seated.
I am now pleased to announce students earning their Masters of Science degrees in Clinical and Translational Sciences and Health Sciences, both scientific and research-focused graduate degrees. Presenting the candidates for the Master of Science in Clinical and Translational Science. Anas Al-Harbi, hooded by Dr. Ashley Patron. Yasser Sattar. Harshith Thaya Gaturu. Presenting the candidates for the Master of Science in Health Sciences, Nicholas Davis. Cameron Lowry. Taylor Staub. Receiving the degree Doctor of Occupational Therapy, to be hooded by Program Director Dr. Diana Davis, Georgie Lee Marone. Megan Marie Bruce. Caitlin Cardwell. Catherine Conley. Madison Davison. Noah Epperson. Lauren Elizabeth Garcia. Abigail Jeske. Melissa Lirish. Kara May Lee. Shayna Joe Malcolm Rexroad. Laura McCrae. Sierra McNichol. Nicholas Passarelli. Cecilia Simons. Receiving the degree, Doctor of Physical Therapy, to be hooded by Chairperson and Program Director, Dr. Ivan Mulligan. Ian Fairley. Seth Bohr. Robbie Edward Brockup. Christian Seth Chasteen. Kinder May DeWolfson. Brittany Dye. Erin Elizabeth Egnott. Nicholas Michael Ang. Evan Flesher. Angela Lynn Gadd. Gianna Marie Galeno. McKinley Godet. Tyler Haga. Layla Hanaway. Colton Henson. Destiny Hutchison. Anthony Michael Iruli. Jacob Jackson. Christopher Evan Jennings. Ty Kildow. Hannah McClung. Michael Aaron Miner. Catherine Moles. Alexandra Marie Olson, to be hooded by her mother, Dr. Gabriella Olson. Autumn Pennington. Dean Peterson. Shelby Suzanne Slomers. Caleb Strakel. John Paul Thomas. Emily Wilhide. Cameron Weimer. Madison Ziegler. At this time, please welcome to the podium Dr. Mary Beth Mandich on behalf of the health profession students in the School of Medicine.
President Gee, Dr. Marsh, Associate Deans, Chairs, honored guests, faculty and graduates, families, ladies and gentlemen. Preserving and restoring health takes a dedicated team of health professions. Graduates from the health professions degrees programs in the School of Medicine, including the ones who've just been awarded their degree, represent a diverse array of professions which are dedicated to helping individuals live rich and fulfilling lives, whether through prevention, identification, treatment, or rehabilitation. This group of graduates has pledged to practice their skills to improve the human experience.
Receiving the degree Doctor of Audiology to be hooded by Vice Chairperson and Program Director Dr. Nancy Arts. Presley Marie Kaplinger. Monica Grace Childs. Savannah Kaylani Crisologo. Rebecca Sue Kime. Noel LaMancha. Madison Reynolds. Caden Schultz. Hannah Elizabeth Spence. Josephine Lydia Wagner. Sarah Grace Weiss. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Speech-Language Pathology, to be hooded by Chairperson and Program Director, Dr. Jane Brandel. Caitlin Marie Angelich. Zachariah Jordan Backus. Alexis Brashear. Anna Lucia Cava. Morgan Eileen Curry. Margaret Dempsey. Madison Reese Devon. Haley Nicole Dyer. Sarah Elizabeth Edwards. Maya Elena Garbrandt. Hannah Grace Gibbon. Holly Hott. Madison Avery Hodge. Emma Howell. Isabel Iwanakue. Kayla Keeney. Katie Klein. Gianna Christine Luisi. Sarah Morano. Rhiannon Negley. Malia Sayavong. Abigail Shin. Olivia Simons. Sarah Christine Slagle. Callista Lee Smoyer. McKenna Jane Staggers. Era Suter. Aubriana May White. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Communication Sciences and Disorders, recognized by Chairperson Dr. Jane Brandel. Brianna Jean Carpenter. Lindsay Carpenter. Taylor Nicole Davis. Paige DiGiovanni. Amelia Grace Duarte. Isabel Fisher. Hannah Grace Gain. Erin Hamilton. Emily Catherine Henderson. Sydney Lane Jones. Millicent Dawn Kerr. Kendall Kropp. Mila Marie Kushik. Nevaeh Marie Lombardo. Caitlin Marie McCarthy. Abigail Jane McNeely. Mackenzie Evelyn Miller. Maeve Rose Mernon. Catherine Ruth Payne. Alyssa Brooke Price. Kylie Faith Richards. Alyssa Marie Ryder. Amelia Rose Stefanowski. Emma Kate Sullivan. Brianne Tennyson. Addison Shea Willis. Jacob Zimmerman. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Athletic Training, and to be hooded by Program Director Dr. Samantha Scarnio Miller. Emily Farrell. Namdi Chicory. Mariah Cristina Dominguez. Yusuf Jalala. Haley Kiko. Patrick Kilga. Sylvia Watson. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Laboratory Diagnostics, to be recognized by Program Director Dr. Jason Evans. Robert Bradford. Robert Dean III. Shelby Dean. Megan Delaney. Andrew Holcomb. Allison Elizabeth Jones. Kyle Murphy. Elena St. Pierre. Receiving the bachelor's degree in biomedical laboratory diagnostics with tracks in medical laboratory science or histotechnology, to be recognized by Program Director Dr. Jason Evans and Kim Feaster. Hunter Wayne Schaefer. Afra Salman Al-Rashidi. Natalie Elizabeth Figursky. Brenna Griggs. Abigail Haney. Celine Marie Hanna. Riley Elizabeth Harner. Jordan Kravaniak. Mia Rice. Anala Rihanna Schultz. Reason Swanger. Sean Vanderhook. Joseph Christopher Watkins. Receiving the degree Master of Health Sciences in Physician Assistant Studies, to be hooded by Director of Clinical Education, Forrest Olgers. Natalie Elise Dixon. Abby Emmons. Nathan Andrew Arvon. Logan Bauer. John Given Campbell. Madison Shadwell. Hannah Clatworthy. Sydney Ewing. Madison Jebbia. Sarah Louise Jennis. Padraig Kirkwood. Anna Kernot. Lauren Mengus. Kylie Ann Parker. Charles Austin Perdue. Aaliyah Plum. Lacey Ramsey. Haley Ross and Jen. Lauren Slack. Sydney Bell Spiker. Riley Ann Watson. Haley Williams. Dakota Wood. Sydney Zimla. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Exercise Physiology and hooded by their faculty advisor, Gage Adams. Chloe Adler. Isabella Bryce Campbell. Haley Hartman Mongold. Caleb Obiorinze Mbule. Rachel Minter. William Edward Mullen. Olivia Romano. Mohammed Sissoko. Kathleen Stolnicker. Mackenzie Tennant. Olivia Leanne Whittington. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Exercise Physiology, to be recognized by Chairperson Dr. Randy Briner. Sydney Lauren Lemley. Isabella Dior Abernathy. Olivia Hope Atkins. Kaya Babkirk. Carolyn Elizabeth Banks. Evelyn Bastine. Megan Bond. Silas William Beckner. Evelyn Bennett. Kate Elizabeth Betts. Bakar Bustani. Mason Cantwell. Mackenzie Ray Casto. Kelly Lynn Cheevers. Abigail Coakley. Emily Kakura. Sean Coram. Aubrey Custer. Zachary William Dean. Paige Doer. Garrett Scott Flynn. Taylor Seth Fultonier. Ryan Garland. Connor Shane Goldeisen. Evan Harkins. Sean Hawley. Madison Noel Higgs. Vincent High. Madeline Hilbers. Cole Holderbaugh. Audra Sophia Hurley. Madison Ann Hushin. Mackenzie Johnson. Kylie Jones. Riley Keeney. Andrew Hartman Lee Kemper. Colton Kyle. Aliana Rose King. Farah Kisto. Aiden Noor. Lillian Grace Kuzer. Ivy Lamb. Johnny Leck. Anna Lee. Connor William Lemley. Annika Leslie. Sarah Marie Lipscomb. Sadie Lucas. Zane Mack. James Maxwell. Haley Catherine McAllen. Phoebe Blake Meehan. Chelsea Milliken. Taylor Morris. Savannah Riley Cole Mullins. Trent Newell. Michaela Oldham. Elena Page Owens. Emma Marie Poling. Skylar Danielle Rajamersky. Riley Beth Richmond. Madison Marie Rumer. Olivia Schaefer. Erin Casey Sherlock. Ethan Ship. Caleb Shrout. Olivia Rose Socorro. Colin Wesley Simmons. Elizabeth Ann Slovakoski. Ella Rain Squires. Carly Elizabeth Stass. Maximus Steele Stevenson. Sydney Taylor. Abigail Toothman. Logan Marie Vandal. Catherine Wasick. Abby Weaver. Caitlin Nicole Whitlock. David Joseph Whittington. Michaela Dawn Williams. Marissa Rose Williams. Sydney Nicole Williams. Sean Michael Wright. Jordan Lee Yoke. Caitlin Zapolnik. Elena Zendi. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Health Informatics and Information Management, to be recognized by Program Director Sally Lucci. Mia Crow. Erin Francie Beleza. Ruben Bragg. Olivia Boris. Cody De Los Reyes. Maura Ebersol. Haley Hedrick. Letha Goins. Hannah Amelia Weatherald. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Immunology and Medical Microbiology, to be recognized by Chairperson Dr. Mariette Barbier. Denali Alexia Long. Samantha Darantol. Rachel Bear. Sarah Elizabeth Bursky. Thomas Devichis. Allie Savannah Douglas. Catherine Elizabeth Grimes. Joshua Hall. Ethan Christopher Hamilton. Lindsay Ann Hinckley. Abigail Rose Kiefover. Kimberly McFarland. Meadow Rose Miller. Mason Nunley. Hannah Parisa Raheen. Gabriel Sankey. Lillian Shields. Lainey Schuldis. Adam Weatherhold. I now invite to the podium Dr. Louise Veselicki to administer the Pledge of Commitment to Interprofessional Practice.
So, what is the best formula for keeping our patients healthy and for treating disease? Number one, to practice the profession that you are going to be awarded degrees here today to the best of your ability. Number two, and just as important, is to practice interprofessional education. Appreciate all the different professions that we celebrate here today. So I'm going to ask you to rise, and we're going to recite the Pledge of Interprofessional Education, where we work with and from and by each other. There it is up there. And there should be some on the monitors. I promise to uphold, okay, where's the pledge? All right, I'm gonna have to look in the back. I promise to uphold and honor the values and ethical principles that have guided and shaped my educational journey in healthcare. I pledge to put the welfare of those I serve first. I vow to foster an environment of shared values and mutual respect for all members of the healthcare team. I acknowledge the unique expertise of each team member and will utilize this knowledge to address both individual and population health outcomes. I pledge to engage in responsive, responsible, respectful, and compassionate dialogue to ensure clarity and understanding among all members of the healthcare team. With humility and dedication, I continue my professional journey, aware of the profound impact we can make through collaborative efforts and commit to the relentless pursuit of excellence in service to others. Amen.
You may be seated. President Gee and Chancellor Marsh, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for graduation.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a little bit of a long day, I know, and the only thing standing between you and dinner is me, so I'm going to be as succinct as I possibly can. But it's a glorious day in the life of our university, and it's one of those days that we'll all remember because we remember these very special moments. As for me, I can remember when I graduated from law school. I can remember where I sat. I can remember with whom I sat. I can remember where we went to dinner afterwards. But as to what the university president said, I can't remember a damn thing. So I'm fully cognizant of the fact that this is a short opportunity. So I'm delighted to be here to celebrate this class of 2025, professional, undergraduate, graduate programs. Today I begin by congratulating our graduates for the tremendous resolve. And I underscore that because so many of them were in the middle of the COVID years, and that has been, of course, a real challenge for them. But they have all today achieved a remarkable milestone. And to me, the determination of this class is just absolutely awe-inspiring and deserves, by the way, a special round of applause. So everyone, let's give these guys a round of applause, okay? Persisting through change to achieve success is a skill that you have honed, and it will serve you well throughout life. Of all of the things that you've learned here, I hope you remember one thing above all. Commit to your unique path and enjoy life's ever-shifting vistas along the way. We know, and certainly I know that more than probably anyone, that change is a constant and our world seems to be changing more quickly than ever. While that can be scary, and it is, I have weathered life's highs and lows, believing always that the best days lie ahead. I have tried to seize the future by not being preoccupied by it. As British philosopher Alan Watts said, the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Like our graduates, I have reached a turning point this weekend as I preside over my final commencement at West Virginia University. And if I, at age 81, believe that my best days lie ahead, our graduates surely have every reason to face the future with optimism. Through buffeting winds, cling tightly to your sense of purpose. It is an inner compass that will point you in the right direction. The people receiving honorary degrees this weekend demonstrate the power of purpose in navigating change. They include Don Brody, who founded a company in his basement and turned it into a global enterprise. Bruce Roberts, whom we just saw earlier today, who went from opening his own pharmacy to advancing technology such as artificial intelligence to serve pharmacy clients. And Mark Duda, whose passion for the outdoors led to a wildlife biology career, managing more than 1,200 studies on how people relate to the out of doors. Our honorees show that success comes from forging a purpose that evolves throughout your life. As poet Amanda Gorman once said, change is made of choices, and choices are made of character. So graduates, you can fulfill your dreams by aligning your time and energy with your values and motivation. Stick to your path. Let me just say that again. Stick to your path, and the education you received here at West Virginia University will propel you forward. That I do know. The family members and friends and teachers who supported you throughout your education will continue to cheer you on. Like the heart that outlines the Mountaineer Parents logo, they have embraced you, and your well-being has been their constant care. So in the spirit of this moment, let's all of us in this audience take a moment to thank our parents, our grandparents, our family, our friends, our pizza delivery guy, whoever we want to have here. So everyone give them a round of applause, would you please? And we do thank you, and thank you for your patience today. So as a parent and a grandparent myself, I cannot resist offering a few words of wisdom as you leave here today. Number one, take initiative. Remember that you will never succeed if you never try. Harness technological innovations. But remember that new isn't always better. Do not, let me underscore this again, do not use GPT to write love notes. Create something daily. Curiosity is a mountaineer value, so you should attempt to invent and improve something every single day. Do not accept criticism from someone from whom you would not accept advice. When one door closes, look for an open window. Injuries led mountaineer Pat McAfee to retire from professional football, but a $120 million podcasting deal surely eased the pain. If you must communicate through texting, double check who is in your group chat. Better yet, put down the damn phone once in a while and enjoy real human connection. There's a lot to be said for that, right? So, this is a fun fact. Consider a pair of 100-year-old tortoises at the Philadelphia Zoo who recently became first-time parents. And know it's never too late to try something new. And go through life with the attitude expressed by Winston Churchill, to improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. No matter how many detours your life takes, your heart will always lead you to the right place. Now, will all the degree candidates please rise? Graduates, you are our world's future healthcare providers and medical innovators. Your advanced study unlocked your potential to ease suffering and eradicate disease. To you, our world is looking for the next big breakthrough. Having gained knowledge and honed your research and clinical skills, you are ready to improve the health of West Virginians, Americans, and global citizens. As a West Virginia University graduate, put your mountaineer values to work solving problems and changing lives. Make service to others not just an obligation, but your passion. Nurture the curiosity that enables you to visualize new ideas, try new solutions, and blaze new paths. Respect others, and search for common ground on which to build our shared future. Be accountable. Be accountable to yourself and others by working hard and maintaining the highest possible ethics. Celebrate the successes that education has put within your reach and inspire others to value the world-changing power of scientific discovery. Above all, make every day that you live an opportunity to learn. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. So please join me, everyone, in congratulating our newest graduates.
Please remain standing, graduates. University marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Missed a taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday, Lord, yesterday.